You're not crazy. He's gaslighting you. Guys, that's the entire series for this week. Now, my name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Let's get into your relationship of men gaslighting you. And ladies, I tell you, I go through this a lot in my life. So this is something that I have firsthand experience with, okay? Those time I didn't even know what was gaslighting. I wouldn't even know what was going on. I just, I just thought that I was in the wrong or there was a problem and I was a problem. It's always me, 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 me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I want for you to start looking at these things. And guys, this can happen to you too, okay? But ladies, I want for you to start looking into yourself and just start recognizing little, habits or traits or things that he may say and things that he may do, so you can start figuring out, okay, is this gaslighting? Is this, what I think it is? And try to either correct the situation or get out of the situation, okay? Because sometimes you'll have some situation and hey, the guy's good, the guy's okay, and he does this either consciously or, well, not really unconscious. A lot of them will, not even know that they're doing any harm. That's what I mean. So if they genuinely want to change and will change what they're doing by doing that, then I will say definitely you can definitely work on it. Okay, let me just shift this camera just a little bit. Perfect. So that is something that you can just start digging into. So let me just give you some, what should I call it, red flags. Let's just give you all the red flags or some of the things that that I think that you can start looking for and just making sure that you're not a victim of this, okay? Now, number one problem that you can start looking for in your relationships, I would say that he rewrites past events to make you doubt your memory. So I have this post that used to do this a lot. And I just, after a while, I start believing, like I start thinking, like, I start doubting myself. And I'm like, okay, did that really happen? Did it really? And I would just start asking myself questions like, oh my God, am I just to blame? I mean, it's just crazy, and if you find yourself thinking about this, you have to kind of, try to remember if this was true or, it was false, or you got to start thinking about that. So that was going to be number one thing that men will do to you. Rewrite your past and make you start doubting things that, really happened and they really happened, but he's just trying to just change your memory. Okay. All right. So number two is going to be, he denies conversation you clearly now remember. So I clearly now remember the cheating that happened. I clearly remember the phone call he gets. I clearly remember the conversation that I heard. Or, he will say certain things on the phone. You may can't hear the other person, but you will hear him say something or just something out of context. Or, you will hear them say something, hon, or, so it's like, I don't know what to tell you. You will sit there and you hear everything, and then they just try to turn it around. The word hun is something that, if your boo is calling somebody else hun, it's a problem. And I can tell you guys, I have been guilty. I am 100% guilty of that, okay? Let me tell you. I used one of my past relationships. I try not to call any names on this channel. So one of my past relationships that I had, I used to, he used to think of it being really crazy in me saying hun to somebody. And it's like, I don't know where I got it from. I swear to God, I don't remember where I got it from, because I just have this habit of calling people hun. And it just didn't mean anything. It's just like sexually or anything like that. It's I don't know. I just can't remember, because I used to have this, and I think I still do one or two times right now. But I used to have this crazy habit of this like, yeah, yes, hon, no, hon, or and I don't know, but it was just weird. And then I knew my partner didn't like it, and I had to just try to just bend myself to just not say it, because that is something that I don't know where I got that from, but it happens. And then I had to try to change myself, because when I looked at it, and you just look at it, guys, okay, you can relate. Okay, if when you look at it and you're calling somebody else hun, this is really not your real hun is gonna feel some kind of way, But so that was something that I really wanted to change in that relationship, because it was just a habit, and I, respect my partner, and I really didn't want him to feel, shady or feel in a way or anything like that. I think after it started happening a lot, he realized that, oh, it's just a word that she uses. And then, I corrected it, but 1 or 2 times I would still slip up, and I'm like, oops, sorry, but he knows that I'm not referring to somebody as sexually, or, want to date or dated or whatever. So that was something that I think I had struggled with. So, I like to hear from you guys if there's anything that you think you did in your relationship with your partner that you think that, oh my God, I have to kind of change this about myself, because it's wrong. It's just not right. And sometimes we do things, and again, if you're in a relationship, yes, you want to make sure that you stand on your 2 feet, and your core values, your everything that you want for that relationship, yes, supposed to be you, but remember that you still have to compromise. You have a relationship. So if you're hurting that person or making that person feel uncomfortable, then you got to want to change that, somewhat. You don't want to change yourself, but if you're doing something like a habit like that, then yes, that's something that I definitely agree with, and that's something that I did definitely work on, and stop calling people hun. Okay, so just think about yourself. Turn around the tables and think about yourself in your boo, situation, whatever that thing is. Just think about if something happened in that situation and you had to deal with it, how would you feel? And I wouldn't feel good, but my guy calling some girl hun, I wouldn't. So that's why I worked on it. Number 3. I tell you, I have a problem with my fingers. Number 3, well, you start apologizing for things you did not do. Okay, so again, it happens a lot to me in my past. I would just sit there and apologize for stuff that I'm like, when I'm done apologizing, I'm asking myself, like, did I just apologize for that? I'm like, okay, so what did I do wrong? What happened? And I'm no questioning myself, like, what is going on? So, those are some of the things that these guys will do to you. Try to start looking out for them, and ways that you can start working on them and solving that problem. Number 1, keep a private reality journal, guys. Keep that with dates and details. So just in case you want to refer back to something that you think you don't remember, you have it. Number two, save messages, voicemail for reference. My phone is so bombarded with so many things at work, and it gets so filled with, I just can't, but I will do certain stuff, but I will say, if you don't have a couple jobs like me, guys, so I don't think your phone is going to be filling up too much, or maybe it's filled up with pictures or stuff, but like messages and stuff like that, I have a whole lot. And it comes to a time that I'm like, okay, stop. I gotta just, delete some of these stuff. But if you have the space, you can either download them on your, computer or somewhere else on the thumb drive, and, save these messages and voicemail for reference if you have the time to do it. I used to. Now I don't think I have the time to do that at all. But that was something that would be helpful if you think that you're gonna forget something, or certain kind of certain situation or anything. Save those messages. Number 3, practice saying this, not how I remembered. Calmly, not upsettingly. Okay, remember, practicing saying to your boo or your boyfriend or your husband or your mate or your wife, for the guys that are having this problem, that's not how I remember it. You have to sit and tell them that. that's not how I remembered it. I didn't remember it that way. And stand in your, stand your grounds. Just say, if you know that didn't happen, tell them. It's totally fine. You got to have a voice in your relationship at all times. So there you go, guys. You're not crazy. He's gaslighting you, guys. This is going to be the entire week series, and this is day 1. I don't remember if I did say that. Day 1, okay? And then you have your solutions there. Let me go ahead and do a quick recap. Now, problems are things that you need to look for, these red flags. Number 1, he rewrites past events to keep you or to keep you doubting, or to doubt your memories. Number 2, he denies conversation you clearly remembered. Number 3, you start apologizing for things you didn't even do. So go figure. The solutions and stuff that you can start fixing yourself with is keeping that private reality journal, dates and details. Saving those, number 2, saving those messages, making sure that you have a reference to go back to. And number 3, practice to say, you know what, I just did not remember it that way. It is what it is. Simple. Guys, there you have it. That's day 1. Day 1 with that you're not crazy. He's actually gaslighting you. Okay, guys? Now, if you know anybody who this content could help, please go ahead along and share it. If you like my content, like and subscribe and hit that notification button that anytime anytime I drop a video, you're notified. There you have it. My name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Peace. I'm out.